every day and stuff.
Way back, real supporters. You never hear all that much. You get me? Got the juice, man.
On a hype to me, I'm on a hype right back. Yeah.
What's good? I'm Dro.
Cino.
With Fanatics. Shout out Masterpiece, the third member of the Fanatics is not here today. We're representing. Shout out Chipmunk, League of My Own too. Mad thing from the first time we met him. He came there on his own. And that was the first time we ever met him. Style OG introduced us and had a couple of conversations with him and they agreed to come down to the studio. And that first time he come, that was the day Snapchat happened. He didn't write anything, he just he was vibing, went in the booth, laid a few things and it was just done. It was crazy.
Yeah, here man, I am Rebecca Joss. Do you know what's mad, yeah? I'm not even gonna lie. I've waited for this interview for 8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
That's mad.
Now there's a lot of loyal supporters up in here and we literally used to go to every single show of yours.
Together, innit?
Together.
That's crazy.
CMAR, everything. So right now this is a bit mad for me. This is mad because this has been 8 years, 10 years, what?
Pushing a decade.
For real. So you've just dropped, well soon to drop, your 3rd studio album. If we look back to League of My Own, how was your head back then to how it is now?
Basically it's like I'm 26 but I feel 16 again. So it's like a similar mind frame.
You got changed now too, this is again.
But yeah, I just feel like just in like a fun place with music, you know what I mean? Just everything that I'm making is like, people can kind of been telling me they can hear it, it just sounds second nature and natural, and that's how I felt about music before I more learned about the music business, which was around like League of My Own one times. So I was just thinking like, even though that was a mixtape and you know, because it had like a couple covers on it, it had like songs that helped like take me to whatever people think the next phase of my career was. Like Who Are You was on there, Fire Alive was on there, like legendary lines.
Do you know what else is sick that made it on there? Was the Tim Westwood freestyle. For me, that was one of the first things.
Yeah, there was some staple shit.
And do you know what? Look at this. Look, just for that freestyle, you have to wear this badge. 10 years old. That freestyle is officially 10 years old.
10 years.
Can you remember what you was thinking on the way to the studio? You can't pierce this jacket. Can't be piercing this, man.
I'll hold it for now.
But can you remember what you was actually thinking on the way to do that freestyle with Ice Kid?
Yeah, it was arguing in the car about who's going first.
Because I even remember watching it, Tim Westwood was like,
forget that.
so you're Ice Kid, and then Wiley had to be like, no, this is Chip.
Yeah, and you know what, that's the era, do you know what I mean, of like where people used to actually really appreciate just the power of being heard. Like by the time I was going to there, it was like, yeah, it was just another station to show, but by now I've done so much shelling on pirate radio, and now I get a mic with like compression, and there's a desk and stuff. I'm thinking, this is a breeze, I can never flop my lyric now, like, this is settings, like, you know what I mean? So, to be honest, I didn't even really know Radio 1 was like that. I just knew that Wiley told me like, you know, don't mess this one up, trust me. You get me? Next day, getting on the bus was mad.
Really? What type of guy was you back then? Like, don't talk to me type of guy, or let's take pictures on my 8.1 megapixel camera?
I've always been blessed, yeah. Unless like, you know, sometimes like if you take a piss or something, you ain't even wash your hands yet, and someone's there like, yo, it's like, come on, man, I'm a human.
Your hands clean, bro, man.
Like, but I've always been cool as such. I only really not with the picture thing if like I'm running for a flight or something. But there's a lot of artists.
That life, it's that life now, man.
There's a lot of artists that are just actually bang, not on the taking pictures, and if you were to speak to them about it, you might understand their angle. Me, maybe because I'm a bit younger and that, like, do you know what I mean? I try and identify with my generation, and I understand that some people like they want a picture, but it just gets a bit. I think now artists are a bit more precautious with the picture thing. Cause they ain't no telling what motherfuckers are gonna say on their captions. Like, do you know what I mean? It's
some
like,
meme up in there.
You'll be blessed. Like, yeah, man, I'll take a picture, and then you just come online and just see something like. Oh, remember when I used to like, it's like, why would I ever want that to exist in the world? Do you know what I mean? It's not like a hard copy back in the day when, you know, pictures were like tangible and people actually kept pictures for memories. Now people actually film to throw it away. It's like a completely different time. I'm from a different
So if I was to drop the Tim Westwood freestyle right now, and me and you have to go head to head, the first minute with no mistakes. What are you saying? This is big 10 years ago, so you could actually make more mistakes than me. But if I was to drop it right now, and we
What,
go
line for line? Go first then.
No, we need to do it. But like, it's a battle.
Oh, alright.
Alright, are you ready? I need to warm up.
You play and you've been rehearsing.
I don't need to rehearse, please. I don't need to rehearse. Right, are you ready? Are you sure you're ready?
What, from the intro now?
From the intro. Right, the first 1 minute, yeah?
Alright, go on.
When my North London's finest. Big up Ice Kid, big up Maniac, big up Blessed Sweets.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yo.
I've got something to say.
Listen, yo. I wear my own clothes, might see me and roll them on dough. Tell them shut your mouth, it's no joke. When I roll to the ends when I shout out show. Don't like hype and I try to stay cool, but ain't gonna work hard, Chippy's no fool. Like Jesus tempts me, Satan tempts me, but it's the Lord that wins over all. I'm a big flow carrier, I say far from slack here. I got gal Americans and gal Monokia. It's big breasts and fat here, and I hate when the sound boys try to get chattier. Running your gums on my face, 16 for 16, I'm all bad here. I got bars that'll clap here, and if you ain't fam up, don't act pally up. Every day I got a black back. That 2 pence, 2 pence, yeah, carry on now! Wait! Come on!
She's serious, she knows the whole thing.
Alright, so, how many girls did you actually have on your Ericsson and your Nokia? Like, are we talking bears? Because these times we even had credit like that. Like, how many girls did you actually have?
Hello, yeah, sorry. What?
Can we get security up in here?
Nah, them times, how old was I then? I was like 15, 16.
You know, GCSEs and
yeah, GCSEs.
head of the books and that.
I think I had a girlfriend at the time, you know. I might have been just chatting shit. Yeah, just like,
she comes, she's like, here's them girls though.
Now, obviously, like, I just say, baby, you met me like this, man. You know, you get me, you know, we gotta just, the females, they like that, man. So just don't try to change me. Yeah, it's probably some situation like that, but I don't think I would have been like, obviously I was young and nothing too serious. Yeah.
Do you know what I think is mad,
yeah? On the Ericsson and on the Nokia.
That League of My Own to I Am Chipmunk, there was literally only a couple of difference in that.
Right.
But the levels of like progression was absolute madness. Like you was 19, getting your first #1 and dropping your first album.
I was actually 18.
18.
Yeah,
How did you actually deal with like the levels of pressure and stress that was put on you? Because that's mad. At 18, I'm probably still playing with Scooby-Doos and Tamagotchis.
Yeah, enough times like even when, you know what I mean, I got younger siblings and when I pre them like, no, you're 18, I think like, bro, what I was doing at the time, it's like, well, maybe I was just a bit of an extracurricular kid, like, you know the ones, like, but I would say the music thing, yeah, is a matter of public domain. Like, if you can't take the heat, just get out of the kitchen. Like, you have to be prepared for all sorts, not just the good, do you know what I mean, the bad, the ugly, the even down to an extent public humiliation. Like if you're a public figure living your life like in front of the public, unfortunately it's not every day that people are gonna fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? But I know, like, I got thick skin, man, you know what I mean? If I can take some ink, I can take the music business.
It's mad as well because you've stayed in the game for so long.
Yeah.
So how have you actually stayed relevant? Because it's 10 years deep now.
Yeah.
You're like, what, 26?
Yeah, 26 now.
So the industry has literally seen you grow.
Yeah.
How have you managed to stay true to yourself?
I feel something that was important to me was, you gotta remember, I come from an era of like seeing people like Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo, and like a few artists that never actually ever grew completely up as musicians, that like you would think like, okay, if they dropped a song now, you still come with the same air that you came with when they was a kid. But seeing that just made me from a young age always say, like, I used to vision days when I was like, take the monk off Chip, and just all these little ideas on how to make sure that when I'm 26, people still care about hearing a lyric from me. Do you know what I mean? And that's the most important thing. I feel like the moment I remember all I ever started music for was just to spit a lyric to someone, for them to tell me I'm cold, was the day that I feel free in music again, you know what I mean? Get some cunts away from me and all that, and just crack on and
Just
get
kick
popping.
them away, get your ass down, get your ass.
Yes,
So now from I Am Chipmunk, we move on to Transition.
Yeah.
Once again, I completely understand why the album was called Transition. There's literally 2 years in it.
Yeah, man.
But you went from collaboration collaborations with Chris Brown and Trey Songz.
Yeah.
At 21 years old, how did you even handle that?
Something after the I Am Chipmunk, I feel like with me, whereas like, okay, he's 16, he's on grime, he's killing it, he's murdering, like, who spits like that? Like, that Westwood freestyle was probably like one of the first freestyles to get like tens of millions of hits, and it got like taken down and re-uploaded, and still got good hits today. Being like that staple for doing that, whoever it was, if you take me out of that person and just look at that kid as an MC, he's 16 and he's hard. If he does something completely different the year after, someone's meant to not understand what's going on. Like, who's watching from the outside. Like, I'm inside the guy. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So I know what I'm doing the whole time, but I don't expect that everyone, you know, has the mindset that I have to see the vision of today. See, that now we're in there and you play bare sounds and you don't think like, bro, what are you doing? Do you ever think, some people will actually now are starting to realize, like, our older generation, like, oh, it makes sense why he was doing so much different music, because now he's actually just fluent and comfortable. And something that separates me from a lot of MCs is that people like gladly say like, he's versatile. Like, just when you think you've got him, you might do something else, you know what I mean? But a big part in waking up for me was, you know what I mean, I come from a culture of climbing on top of roofs to fix radio rigs just to be heard. See, today you start, anyone in there can start music tomorrow, just go on the internet. There's no like stage between mastering the craft and presenting yourself to people. Do you know what I mean? It's just you start and you're on, basically. You say the right catchy thing, or in social viral time something go viral, you're just in. Like, I'm not from that era of music, so as much as, you know, grime was the first music that, as a choice, you know what I mean? I'm 13, I got my own phone now, you know what I mean? Like, that was my first choice of music. As like a young second generation family of like immigrants coming to England, you know what I mean? Like, my parents are Jamaican. I did the bogle way before I ever knew what Gunfinger was. So I'm just like very influenced by, you know, the settings around me and the culture I come from, and that just makes me very musical. And there was only so much in grime that, if I'm honest, by the age of like 16 wasn't as challenging for me. I don't know who the MC was that I was supposed to murk, that I hadn't murked already. Like, I wouldn't name people and get all that. Remember when I was doing this and I was doing that, but I done damn near had it out with every MC from every borough to show that I deserve the chance to do music. That kind of filter of the game's kind of been removed. So coming into I Am Chipmunk and doing something completely different, and then transition doing something completely different, everything's always been for me about pushing myself just a bit further. They say life begins outside your comfort zone. It's not a lie, bro. Like, you know them ones. If you're just too used to something that's too easy, you're never going to change your life like that. Like, I pushed myself to study different sounds of music and attack, and I got the results that I wanted from them things. But it's like, I ain't trying to do the same thing twice. I couldn't try and make that project again if I tried to. I Am Chipmunk or Transition. Like, League of My Own 2's coming out, but it's damn near not the same as League of My Own 1. I'm not kidding anymore for one, do you know what I mean? So never trying to do the same thing twice, and pushing yourself outside your comfort zone is the product of me today. Yeah.
Taking it back to like America, you spent a lot of time in America recording Transition,
Yeah.
So, was you actually in the studio with these music artists?
Some of them.
Was it a time where you looked at their status and you see that they're like, was there ever a time that you looked like, I'm not actually good enough, like, or
never.
They're all the way up there and I'm here, like, when it comes to, no.
Never.
I
feel like musicians, like, it happens today, like, you'll see someone that is like taking over the, like, literally taking over the world with music, working with someone that you might not have expected them to work with as such. I feel like when you're a musician, you know that inside the nucleus of the cell that makes anything grow between you and the artist is the common respect that you're both good at music. You could be living in a mansion and you could be homeless. If you're both good at music, you come together for that reason. So you're not going to be thinking like, wow, you're so big. It's like, man, don't care about all that. Like, you know them ones, like, yeah, it's a great opportunity, but you fucked with me because you like the song. Like, I'm not here to pred you. Never really been a pred of me.
No, not really.
I love to them though, like, respect. I always respect people that have done a lot of things and achieved, like, on paper or even off paper. Some achievements are about what you feel was an achievement, do you know what I mean? But I respect people that have had great success, and I never take that away from them.
So from Transition to League of My Own 2, there's a big gap in between. But the thing is, you haven't...
Can't skip London Boy.
Yeah, you haven't been sleeping. You've been dropping things in between that. So why did you feel the gap in between the second album and the third album was necessary?
the gap, if I'm honest, obviously, I haven't done an album in 6 years. You know what I mean? Like, the fact anyone still gives a shit is nang. You know what I mean? Especially in these times where everything's so content driven and you know you gotta keep up. There's a new track every day. Some of them even sound the same, but you keep coming. Like, you gotta differentiate who you are as an artist. Like, are you playing that game, or are you trying to make a sustainable body of work to last the test of time? And if I'm honest, post London Boy, I feel like something that a lot of artists find hard to gauge is when the people actually want something from you. Like, I can honestly say that I've felt a feeling that people want to see me do something other than what they've seen me do in like the past 2 years. Forget my whole career, do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, of course he knows how to make an album, but in this time period, he was just on this. So now it's a time, there's fans that have been supporting for years, there's a whole new generation of people, there's the internet in itself has become something where I've allowed myself to have the time to study the changes, reconnect with people I might have disconnected with, stay connected with people I've always been connected with, and just explore myself as Chip at 26 years old. You know what I mean? If I was 16 and I just walked in here and you said to me like, "Bro, what's your name? What do you do?" I'd have been like, "Hey, like, this is me and what I'm about. Like, my name's Chip, man. I come from North London. I'm MC and I do music. Like, take this." And that's the space I'm in today. You know what I mean? I feel like League on My Own is probably the best representation I could have come up. Part 2 is the best representation I could have come up with for myself, to represent myself as a 26-year-old after going on a course of doing music literally around the world.
So taking it to London Boy, taking it back a little bit.
2012.
I feel like that is the body of work for me. That is literally right up there, top 3. But I feel like a lot of people are still sleeping on that project, and they don't understand the levels of the project. Do you feel that?
I feel like anywhere I go, for instance, I always gauge things by like records that are on a project. Anywhere I go and I press play on More Money, More Gian, people get it to me. Like, you know them ones, like that song doesn't, and you gotta remember, music, not all of it comes out as organic as London Boy did. Like, I did not push that project. Basically for shit. I literally just posted the link online on Christmas Day, free download.
Take that, that's your present.
Like, yeah, like I was in America, I just wanted to go home. I realised that there was more to do in England. Holding up the music any longer for any scientific reasons was not making sense to me. I posted the link online. Anywhere I go in the country and the Caribbean and other territories, if I press play on Shining Like the Sun, ladies, you never believe, it's like, songs never even been pushed on radio. I don't even know how it got to DJs. Like, it's not even on my YouTube channel, it's
mad
music
because
for the people. So
you took like an hour of the fans' Christmas Day. Like,
yeah.
That must have felt bad for you. Like, everyone's like, bye, bun the turkey. Turkey get dashed. Like, I even remember sitting there, like, tweeting your lyrics, this tune's mad, this tune's mad. Like, so that must feel crazy that every time you drop something, the social media
I did
mad.
Champion on Christmas Day one time as well, video. Yeah, I feel like gauging attention on
every Christmas Day, you know, every Christmas Day.
I'm not saying something's coming this Christmas. I've been working. I mean, it might, you never know. But yeah, I feel like putting out music and capturing people's attention when I need to, I'm alright at it.
So now League of My Own 2, collaborations on there.
Yeah.
Kojo Funds, Miramay, who is so cold. Why did you pick those collaborations? Is it ones that's been in the works for a long time? And how long have you actually been working on this album?
The first thing I would say is I haven't released music since last year, like July, summertime. So working on like with visions of doing an album, you can see a year, but I'm a man that might have a record from 5 years ago that comes into play this year. So I could say some songs I've had for, you know, like the concept of wine, the longer you leave it, the better it tastes. I've had for a while, and some songs have been very fresh, and the whole process of recording the album has just been like, I just wanted everything to feel as genuine as everything has been since coming away from people and just running starting my own company and shit. So I've got all the producers that are blessed, man, that have come through and represented on this one.
And the collabs.
Yeah.
How is it as well, like, if you're not in the studio together and they send over the verse?
I feel some people are against that, some people are for it. I'm like, don't ignore the internet, it's here. Like, there's people that I rate and want to work with that are in like the other side of the world with a 12-hour time difference. And sometimes time is money. Like it can save time and money. You know them ones. Like it definitely
Little
get to a
WeTransfer.
point. Definitely get to a point. But yeah, I'm the type of brother that will take the WeTransfer and randomly book the flight on Thursday night just to get there myself. And you know, sometimes that connection, that spirit, that energy, you don't want to miss that. But it's not every day that it's needed. But yeah, the features on the album League of My Own 2 was important to me to just have all English people. That's the only thing that was important to me. Like literally, the whole producer setup is there's one. You know what? Even all the producers are English. There's one beat that came later from someone I met through Harmony, who's based in LA but English. Just like Dreddy, based in LA, English. But like the Fanatics come through with a good 4 for me, English. Trey Mission, you get me? He's actually Canadian.
Trey Mission is so
feature-wise, it's just straight English. Everything in the process of people seeing me spit how I'm spitting now and saying like, wow, it's coming like you're a kid again, has been focusing my energy here, London specifically, like from London out, like what you doing in your bit.
Studio, it's the heartbeat.
There was a time I was walking with T.I. in the mall in Atlanta. And it was
No. Can you just pull that up? Say it again.
She's so funny.
Why are you saying it so calmly?
I was walking with T.I. in the mall in Atlanta, and then he was like, yeah, as he's walking, like people are just like, hey king, like they call him a king. I'm saying like, wow, this is mad. Like
I need
that's
to
hard.
take this back to London in Tottenham.
I wouldn't mind some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Call me
Like,
king,
you know,
me.
yeah, not quite. You know what I mean? Wherever you want to call him, chipper, chippy, whatever. You get me? Chipper, all these. Yeah, but it was just a reminder. That was the moment that I realized like I am going home and I've got more to do. And whoever's felt like, yo, he's had his shot, you're about to be mad. I'm not stopping, man. I've been there 10 years and I still feel young, so it's alright.
Man, look at this fresh trim. Where's T-Style? Where's it T-Style? T-Style's up in here, man. Do you have a favourite track on there? Because I listened to the whole album last night. My favourite is Kojo Funds.
Yeah.
The collab with Kojo.
Yeah.
You love tunes for the ladies, innit? He loves them tunes, them late night tunes.
You know, a long time I made some of those. I've just been drilling up the place. I had to remember.
Bit of emotion pouring out. So what is your favourite tune on there?
My favourite song, it depends what mood I'm in. Like, if I'm honest, I would say, yeah, I can't pick one, sorry guys. But if I had to say, if there's a mood for life in general from the album, it's YSN. Like, that's the mood. Like, just young, smooth nigga, man. Just trying to just cut through, work with a humble team, keep my family close, and let my hair down when I can.
Have you got a fresh trim right now, though?
Right, my hat's off for it.
T-Style's on holiday. Right here, yeah. I've got every single project you've ever dropped.
Do you reckon?
Do you reckon I'm missing some?
Yeah.
What am I missing? Oh, you just think I'm missing some, or am I missing some?
So
what am I missing?
Every project,
and to me, this is in order, yeah? I could be wrong.
It's Guess Who on there?
Nope. Yeah, Guess Who's there? Do you know what's not there? The first move. That's
and the one with Jazz.
Oh, look at this!
Yeah,
no, you're cheating. You better write that in. Write it in where it needs to go to. This is order right here.
More fun.
I knew it, man. I'm there on Google for time.
Was it spaz.com or something?
Yes,
Spaz is on there. Don't doubt me, Janae. Don't doubt me.
Spaz.com.
Come on, what am I missing?
This EP.
Am I missing it?
Yeah.
I'm missing it.
You might want to take. Yeah, you missed a few things. Like, she reps. How many? Like, look at this. This ain't all my projects. Yeah, this is.
Alright, so how many I'm missing?
Let me count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 projects on there. And that's not all of them. So like, if there's anything that you do know about me, is that I do my work, innit? Like, I work hard. Like, do you know what I mean? I remember even at a point when I was 15, 16, the fact that I even had mixtapes and like there was man that I was late 20s and pushing on that never had a body of work to represent them. That was a very strong like pushing point in terms of me compared to the other MCs my age at the time. Like, I was just willing to work like so much harder.
This is like, proof right here.
This ain't practice. Like,
if I was to ask you to do a top 5 right now, would you say that's easy or hard?
What of these?
Of your favourite that you put out project?
Yeah, I could take League of My Own.
Wait, so it needs to be in order though.
I'm just gonna pick 5. League of My Own 2, League of My Own 1. Where's that?
Well, you better cross London boy, bro.
League of My Own 2. Yeah, London Boy's up there still. You know what? For me though, I'm not gonna lie. Rap vs Grime is up there for me. You know?
Which means I Am Chipmunk or Transition needs to get cut from this top 5.
Wow.
That's pretty deep, you know.
Wow,
That
I was
is
moving,
deep.
I was moving scatty with the pen. Let's just cross off that Rap vs Grime quickly. Because you know what? Free tape for free tape. I'll take London Boy over Rap vs Grime.
Yeah.
So London Boy is in the cut. Albums, I'd have to take I Am Chipmunk, and I would definitely take
Number ones
Transition
on that?
as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll take those 5.
League of My Own, I Am Chipmunk, Transition, London Boy.
That's
and
mad.
League of My
London
Own
Boys.
too.
Yeah, there's like tapes and albums. Yeah, it's mad.
That's crazy. You know,
We
I
gotta
feel
add,
like
we gotta add another 10. We gotta add at least another 10 projects.
there's another side, man. We got out of this, man. We ain't playing this
We're
shit.
gonna
So, if I was to ask you, I don't want to be extremely greedy, but the rest of 2017 album and no more projects.
I wouldn't, even if I was, I wouldn't say. So it's just like, just focus on
Yeah.
League on my own for now. I feel there's a lot of strong material on there, you know what I mean? And the songs that I've chose to shoot videos for, there's more coming. And yeah, man, I'm not sure when this footage will be out, but I would assume that the project's gonna be hopefully out by then. And big up, man. Appreciate the support. And like I said, man. It's funny, she didn't mention it, but she did half mention it, but it's sick to me for you to be here
Thank you,
with
man.
the knowledge
Stop
that
crying, man.
you're damn fool.
Mascara gone.
With the knowledge that you have on man settings, because like man genuinely remember like some of you in there coming to my shows, like meeting up and from like basically like 10 years ago. So even to see you excelling in your thing, that's why I wanted to call you down and
Thank you,
do
man.
this and give you the chance to ask me anything you want, even talk about if I had how many girls I had on my Eric screen at the time. But yeah, it's appreciated, man. And like we said, we're at the private listening, so thank you all for coming as well. Yeah, keep going. If you got any more questions, you can ask. Anything else?